Session. All right, here we go. I already see a grade. I'm already happy. I already see a grade. I'm already happy with this. Let's start from the top. We have the first appearance of Gambit. This is X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 266 by Chris Claremont. He has it signed right there in silver. We bought special pens there. This is a whopping 9.8. So you know that I know how to get my graded books. I know how to pick them. And this is basically the highest grade you can get other than a very rare 9.8 or 9.9 and a 10. Like, you just don't see those very often. And for a book this old in my collection for this long, to come back at a 9.8, I am extremely happy with that. I expect all these books to be 9 or above. If there's any at 9, I'm going to be a little disappointed, but I do not expect anything to be that low. I did not expect this to be that high, though. That I am surprised about. I am extremely happy. Andy Kubert did the cover. We have not met him yet, but to have Chris Claremont sign this, and he is getting old. I mean, he's up there, and he doesn't do a whole lot of signings. So I was grateful to actually have met him for the first time. He did an outstanding, 7-year run on Uncanny X-Men. Like, every single issue was Chris Claremont from like beginning to end. Like, it was like 7 to 10 years. He was like unstoppable. And this is back in the heyday when Uncanny X-Men was like nonstop and really great. So the fact that I have this in such great condition, I am extremely happy with. We got this signed on, it says May 19th. So that was the date. So we had to wait a little extra, but I am happy. Jason wants the goods. So this, oh man, I love it. I'm so happy. Check that out, baby. Yeah. 9.8 right there, baby. All right. Next up, it's going down a little bit, but we got Wolverine #1, also signed by Chris Claremont. And this is the start of the second series. It's not the first 4-issue series by Frank Miller, which I did not get signed. I was thinking really hard on it, but I want to get Frank Miller to sign them first and foremost, because he is the main guy that I stand behind on that book. I know Chris Claremont wrote it, but Frank Miller is the guy I always think of when I think of those first original Wolverines. So this is the first official issue after that miniseries. And so I did not take those. I do not want to get them signed and then crack them open and get them signed again. Frank Miller doesn't do a whole lot of signings now. I know that. So I'm taking a risk. I know he's been sick. I hope him the best, and I hope I can actually meet him at some point. Even if I don't get anything signed, it would be nice to meet him. But this came back at a 9.6. It's a little lower, but we are still happy because that is still a extremely high grade for a book that is this old. This was back in 88. This was 90. And I can see, a few of the areas where I would assume that's why it came back at a 9.6. I'm still impressed that it came back at such a high grade, because you don't see books in that such high quality. But I love the shine on that silver. We did buy a special pen for that and brought it with us because I know I've had books come back or get signed and they were just dead. The ink was bad or it's smeared, and I'm just like, I'm not getting that graded, and disappointed. So that is next up. So far, we've gotten our first Gambit and Wolverine #1, Volume 2. Next up is a personal favorite of mine. Oh, it's getting lower. What's going on? But this is one of my childhood favorite books. And you see him there with the Hulk. But this is the Mr. Fix-It version of Hulk. And this was one of my all-time favorite covers. It is so funny. I believe this is Buscema cover. And yep, John Buscema cover. And I like the signature on that as well. But just a book that I've always had in my collection forever. And it did come back at a 9.4. It is a little bit lower. That one I'm maybe a little bit surprised about. But it's possible that there is some issues going on the inside, but it's still, again, it's a high grade. And I got this for my personal collection because it's just always been one of my favorite books. And who knows, maybe I'll get it signed again because I do have, I think, a few copies of this. Definitely one of my favorite books. So last one, I've already taken a peek and I had a feeling it was going to be great. This has nothing to do with Chris Claremont. This one's a little bit different, but we did get The Punisher in the War Machine outfit. This is a newer book. This is a variant. This is a second print because there was a cover, was a lenticular cover of the original that this is based on, which is War Machine #1. And this is Tim Bradstreet's version. However, the lenticulars on Marvel's book when this came out it was the Punisher #218. It wasn't very good. The lenticulars weren't very good. DC definitely had the Marvel on the lenticulars, but theirs wasn't very good. So I wanted the second print because the second print was only this image. It wasn't the back and forth between this and the original War Machine outfit. And I thought this was awesome. Again, signed. It looks beautiful. And since this was a new book, of course, we got it at our highest grade possible. I know 9, 9, and 10 are the highest grade possibles, but it's so difficult to get those. And those people that are grading, I think nowadays get so many books that they just don't really pay as detailed attention to them as they used to, because now there's an influx of books that they're getting. I saw guys spend like $2,000 easily just on getting a bunch of books signed, or books graded. So I think they just have an influx of people because the movies really just brought out everybody's interest in comics again, which is a good thing and a bad thing in a sense because it's overpopulated, but it's good. It's good. I won't say that it's bad. It's just there's a lot of people that are jumping on the bandwagons again, but it's getting new people interested as well. And then again, you've got a really cool cover on this one. I'm really a big fan of it. So, all right, Rabbit, thank you for tuning in. I hope you sleep well. We will probably not be here when you get up this time because I'm ending the stream earlier tonight. But we may be back tonight after the movie premiere. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. So, but I appreciate you stopping in just about every day. And we love you. I hope you have a good night and a good day tomorrow. So that is our CGC unboxing. I am very happy with it. I could see, 9.4, 9.6. I think the 9.4 might be the lowest grade we have. We have almost everything as a 9.8. I do have a 9.6. There may be a 9.2 in there. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go look, but there's nothing that's lower than that. And for old books, it is still not very common to get something in such a high grade. And again, like I said, the 9s and the 10s, the 9, 9s and 10s, those are very hard to come by. And usually it's somebody knows somebody, or, somebody pays for a full membership. They tend to go out of their way to give them a higher grade. Sorry to say that, but that's the truth. So again, just to recover. Yep, we're still the same. We got 9.8 on Punisher 218. That is a newer book. This series I'm really anxious to read. I did not read it yet. It did finish because the Punisher just restarted. But that is him in the War Machine outfit. I just think he's going to wreak a whole lot of havoc in that. Wolverine #8, just a personal favorite of mine, 9.4. Wolverine #1, 9.6. Each of the Wolverines signed by Chris Claremont. And this is probably the best one in the set. The first Gambit, the highest grade. I can look and see what the highest grade possible is on this book being signed. I don't know that there's that many. But at this age, I'm glad that it's in here. So that, I hope you guys enjoy. We got text from my boy. Hit you up after the stream. Cool. Yo, appreciate it. Yeah, and if you're taking off, I hope you have a good rest of the day. We will talk. I'll let you know when we're done. We're not doing a whole long stream. I may do some art. I'm not sure. Last art stream, I wasn't really feeling it. I was kind of out of it, but we did do a Michael Myers. We do want to keep it horror related. There is an extra Wednesday this week. Usually there's, 4 weeks, but we have an extra Wednesday because we have 31 days and it ends on Wednesday on Halloween. But we're going to see what we're going to do that week because I want to do the cosplay. So maybe we will forego the art that day. Maybe we'll switch it up and do art and that. So that is our comic book buy pile, CGC. I am happy.